Hi, it's Stephen. Net Promoter Score fail number 29 out of 30. We're almost there. Timings. With a lot of the Net Promoter Score questionnaires and a lot of surveys, I understand that you don't want to bug the customer straight away. So you don't want to get someone who's frequently coming into your supermarket, hitting them up with this questionnaire, this survey, because it's annoying for them. So what a lot of companies do is they send them an email sometime after the event, which is fine. However, we all know that memory is an approximation, and the longer you wait, the less accurate those approximations become. But there are a few other factors that play with memory. One of them is whether the question related specifically to the experience that you had and the reason you went in there. So if I went in and had to return some shoes and the questionnaire related specifically to me returning the shoes, then over the passage of time, you're still going to get some deterioration of accuracy, but it's going to be a little bit more accurate, a lot more accurate than just asking a question of how satisfied were you with your last visit. Because the satisfaction is just, you didn't go there to be satisfied, you went there to return shoes. You actually want something specific to recall them about the shoes rather than something general, which is just about general satisfaction, recommend to your friends and family. So the more time that passes for a generalist type question like Net Promoter Score, the less accurate it's going to become. And it falls off a cliff compared to a more specific question, which waits over a longer period of time. Now, the second thing is that your memory clumps things together. Yes, scientific term. Coffee shops again. You go to your favorite coffee shop and you go there because over time you've gotten used to it. You're used to the coffee, you like it, it feels at home, it's predictable, it's close to home, you bump into friends occasionally, and it's just your local spot. No biggie. That's okay because your mind will clump it all together to say, my coffee shop. Nothing wrong with that. It's how your brain works, nothing to even judge whether it's right or wrong. However, from a survey perspective, it creates a problem. Because over time, if you ask a question somewhat after an event, over time what's going to happen is that your memory is going to work back into its clump rather than the experience you had the last time you went to visit. So if, for example, the last time you went to visit, the food was a little bit ordinary and the service a little bit slow, if you answered that question immediately, you may have answered a 6 or a 5 or something like that. But if you ask that question after a period of time, like even a week, you're going to remember those situations, those events, but you're going to discount them because in your head, this is my place. This is something that my mind has got a perfect picture of almost. So you're going to answer it in a way that's very much affected by your clumped memory. Now that's also for things that you don't normally consume. So you've got some brands that you might not normally go to, and to you they're just like, oh, they're repulsive. And they'll remain that way over time. Your response, although you may have had good service, it'll remain in that repulsive thing in your head, despite the fact that you had good service. So with time passing, these clumped memories become more and more important. So again, get those Net Promoter Scores to your customers as soon as you can to make it as accurate as you can.